The late summer sun spills into the school courtyard, casting long golden shadows on the freshly painted benches. The usual Monday morning chatter feels different today. There's a current of excitement running through the crowd, little whispers bouncing from one group to another. He's here. They say he studied abroad, and apparently he's insane at basketball. You're not one to get caught up in school gossip, but today, even you can't ignore the energy. Students are craning their necks toward the entrance of the main building. Then you see him. Black hair slightly tousled, white shirt sleeves rolled up just enough to show the defined lines of his forearms, a backpack slung carelessly over one shoulder. His stride is unhurried, yet every step feels deliberate, like the ground itself makes room for him. He isn't smiling, not fully, but there's something about the way his eyes scan the crowd that makes it feel like he's already figured everyone out. That's Jungkook. A girl from your class breathes beside you. The name feels unfamiliar, yet somehow you think you've heard it before. Maybe in passing, maybe in another lifetime. The principal greets him, the basketball coach claps him on the back, and the school's social hierarchy rearranges itself in real time. Within minutes, he's the center of every conversation. The kind of effortless popularity people spend years trying to build. And you don't know why you can't look away. Maybe it's the way he carries himself, calm, almost aloof, like the chaos around him doesn't touch him. Maybe it's the quiet confidence in his movements or the way sunlight catches on the faint silver hoop in his ear. Your best friend catches you staring and nudges you hard enough to make you stumble. Wow, that's a record, she teases. You've been looking for what, 2 minutes straight? You roll your eyes, but heat creeps up your neck. I was observing, sure, observing, with your jaw practically on the ground. Before you can fire back, he glances in your direction. It's brief, so brief you're not even sure it happened, but something in your stomach flips. You look away quickly, pretending to focus on your timetable, and yet the bell rings and everyone moves toward their classes. You catch yourself glancing over your shoulder just once, just to see if he's still there. Time skip 4 months later. By now, Jungkook is less of a mysterious new senior and more of a school-wide obsession. His face is on the notice board for sports achievements, girls write his name on their notebooks, and the basketball court might as well be his personal stage. You tell yourself you're not one of them. You're just curious, observing, appreciating the aesthetics, which is exactly why you're coincidentally walking past the gym during his basketball practice again. Your best friend Meena narrows her eyes as she walks with you. You do realize, she says, that we have taken this route 3 times this week and our class is literally in the opposite direction. You glance away. It's just faster. It's 10 minutes longer. It's scenic. It's Jungkook. You swat her arm, but she grins knowingly. From the court, Jungkook spins the ball in his hands, launches a perfect 3-pointer, and the small crowd bursts into applause. He doesn't look at you, not directly, but when you turn away, you catch the ghost of a smirk tugging at his lips. Later that day, you are in the library reaching for a book on the top shelf. You stand on your toes, fingers just brushing the spine when a shadow falls over you. A warm hand plucks the book down with ease. Careful, Jungkook's voice is deep but casual, like he's commenting on the weather. You'll strain your neck like that. You blink at him, suddenly aware of how close he is. Oh, thanks. He hands you the book, gaze lingering just long enough to make your pulse quicken. You're welcome. And then he walks away without another word, leaving you holding the book like it's suddenly made of gold. Meena appears from the next aisle, grinning so wide you want to hide. Are you blushing? She asks. No. You are. I am not. You so are. Vayan, that was basically a K-drama scene. All we needed was dramatic background music. You roll your eyes, but your mind replays his voice anyway. A week later, you're watching his basketball practice again, leaning casually against the fence or trying to look casual. He glances up mid-game, eyes meeting yours for half a second before turning away like you're nothing special. Meena leans closer, hard to get. That's his game. He probably doesn't even know I exist. You mutter. Oh, he knows. She smirks. Trust me, guys like him always know. After practice, he walks past you, wiping sweat with a towel. You prepare a casual hey, but he beats you to it. Need something? Your brain stalls. What? You've been watching me for a while, he says, voice calm, unreadable. Figured you might want something. You open your mouth but nothing comes out. No, just walking by. He gives the smallest nod, smirk tucking at the corner of his mouth, right. And then he's gone again, leaving you to wonder if you imagine the teasing glint in his eyes. The crush is becoming a quiet routine, one you would never admit out loud, but it's starting to feel like maybe, just maybe, he's aware of it too. Time skip. It's a Wednesday afternoon and you're buried under a last minute project crisis. The library copy of your literature book you desperately needed is already taken. Meena flips through her phone lazily. Why don't you just borrow it from Jungkook? I've seen it with him in the English class. You freeze. You've been watching him too? She shrugs. For research purposes. Anyway, just ask him. The thought alone makes your stomach twist, but you force yourself to walk to the basketball court where he's mid-practice. Jungkook, you call, hovering awkwardly near the edge of the court. He turns, chest rising with each breath. Yeah? Do you maybe have the literature book? I need it for a project. He wipes sweat from his temple with the back of his arm. Locker, second shelf. Take it. You blink. Now? Now, before I change my mind. You hurry away before your cheeks can betray you. At his locker, you hesitate for half a second before opening it. The scent hits you immediately. Crisp cologne mixed with faint detergent, somehow warm and clean at the same time. His things are neatly arranged, textbooks stacked perfectly, sports jersey folded, a water bottle on the side. You spot the book on the second shelf and grab it, but your eyes wander just for a moment. Meena standing behind you smirks. Wow, you're practically breathing in his soul right now. Shut up, you hiss, though you can't stop your fingers from grazing over the cuff of his jersey, the smooth leather of his basketball, and then you see it. A small worn photograph taped to the back of the locker. Your breath catches. Two children in a sunlit playground, a boy with messy hair grinning mischievously, one hand holding a brightly colored toy high above his head, a girl younger crying, her tiny fist clenched at her sides. It takes a heartbeat to register, another to believe. The boy is Jungkook, the girl is you. Your stomach drops, the air feels suddenly too thin. Meena peers over her shoulder. Wait, is that? You slam the locker shut, voice sharp. Don't. Memories you had long buried start bubbling up. The neighbor boy who teased you endlessly, who took your toys, who smirked at your every tantrum, the one you would sworn you would never forgive. And he's been here this whole time, watching you fall for him. Your hands tremble. You grab your bag and walk away, ignoring Meena's calls. The next day, your seat in class stays empty. You ignore your phone, ignore Meena's messages. You can't face him, not after this. You had finally let someone into your heart, and it turns out he had been playing it with it from the start.